What is up, everybody, and welcome back to an episode of Ford Era. So right now we are here at Trail Hunters Miami. This is Danny's shop, and let's go find him. One of the things that I always like about coming to Danny's shop is he, just like me, loves Mickey Thompson wheels and tires. So we got a bunch of them all over. What up, what up?
Yo.
We're professional now. I got a mic for you.
Oh, I have these too. Actually, these are really small.
I love it.
I have the bigger ones.
So what up? You told me to come by. You said that we got a little bit of stuff cracking.
We had Nathan already start working on the axles. The Sterling's fully prepped. The 60 started to get prepped. All the old stuff that we're not using has come out already.
Oh boy.
So
all right. So what all? I guess, you know, for the people that don't know what they're looking at, which most of us should.
So we got calipers here from the rear. So that they were probably good. We're not going to use them though, just to refresh the truck. The goal for this project is going to be.
That's why we got mics. Go ahead.
You don't think it'll pick it up?
I mean, it'll pick it up a little bit.
Okay, so the goal for this project is going to be something for reliability. He's going to drive from Miami to California, and we don't want to have an issue with that.
Or Miami to Brazil.
Miami to Brazil.
We never know.
Foreshadowing something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't want to have any issues with a locked up caliper. Or like, just we're not going to take any chances. We want to have this thing 100% set, like if it was being bought from the dealership. So calipers, rotors, the knuckles, we're actually going to redo the ball joints. We have new knuckles that we might use for it. Took out the carrier, gears are coming out. We're going to upgrade some of the smaller parts for something better for 40s. All the bearings are going to get done, all new hardware, fresh paint, all new brackets. Like, we're going all out on this.
We're going to clean up the axles, or?
So yeah, the axles are cleaned up. We're not going to use this anymore. So that's the axle shafts with a 1480 U-joint. We're actually going to transfer that over to a 1550 U-joint, which is kind of what we use on the bigger Jeeps.
Okay.
So that's able to hold up to a Jeep with LS and 40s and stickies. So it should be more than fine on your truck. And then we have the axles cleaned up already. So usually we have it here with all the rest of the axles here. And like whenever a customer brings us a set of axles, they'll come in fully done, how you guys saw in the first video. We take all the brackets off, take all the internals out, clean it out completely, sand and polish the tubes first, so it's like properly prepped for welding. And then the whole inside gets cleaned out, and then we just coat everything in WD-40 so it doesn't rust while we're waiting for parts. So this one's completely ready to go. And then the 60 in the front, we already started playing around with it and getting some stuff cut up. So we took off the old track bar bracket, which we still have this chunk there because we're not sure what we're gonna do yet to make it look clean. And then we have the shock mount back here. So, well, this is gonna fall. So we're gonna actually like plate that up and make it look more complete so it doesn't look like that. And then we're gonna add a couple brackets up here. We're gonna keep the radius arm just so it gives the truck more of a stock feel. We're gonna do shock mounts up here. And then me and Solomon have been talking about possibly adding like some sort of modular truss here, and then we could probably put a Ford Era logo or gold dust on it. That would look pretty cool. And so right now we're kind of just waiting on parts. So we have gears coming in, we have Eden lockers coming in. I think we're doing Detroit's, right?
Yep.
So Detroit lockers, we have to place an order with Spicer or Dana for the axle shafts.
Gear kits.
Yeah, Revolution gear kits.
456s.
Yeah, we're doing 456s due to math and science. That's what's gonna give Solomon the proper, or the same driving that the truck has now to what it will be with the 40s. So we're waiting on that to come in with all the master install kit, the bearings, the seals, all that good stuff that you should be doing when you do an axle swap like this. We got to get the worn hubs, the unit bearings. We're doing everything brand new on this. We're not cutting any corners at all, as if it was the same thing as one of our race cars or a full-blown trail car that's going to be out in the trails for months at a time. So we're waiting on that. We got to get an order placed for all the suspension stuff, all the custom pieces that we need to weld up or fabricate to make happen. And more importantly, we need the truck here, which is going to be coming soon.
Yeah, so probably still in this video, but today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Sean's supposed to be finished with the wiring on Friday, so hopefully in this video we go pick it up. And still in this video, we're probably going to bring it to you.
Drop it off, yeah.
Dude, it's crazy how the future us are still going to be, and they get to see it live.
We're time traveling.
But we have to wait, you know, a couple of days.
Yeah, it's crazy. So these videos are super compressed, and it's because of how compressed this whole build line is going to be.
We got 50 days. So
yeah, but I don't want it 50 in here.
No,
I want it in here
like 20.
25 max, because we have a race in October, on October 1st, and I want to have the truck waiting on parts. Like I want to be waiting on deliveries when I'm out on that race. So we need the truck basically fully done, waiting on drive shafts, brake lines, and like anything else that has to get made to order before like September 30th. So we're on a super tight deadline. So we're actually like rearranging a lot of the stuff in the shop to make that happen. But one of the race cars that we're building, and then my wife's Jeep is actually going to be moving soon. And Gold Dust is going to take up that whole space in front of my toolbox, and we're going to use it as like a giant team project. So we're all going to get hands-on on that thing. So everyone will use like what their specialty is in the shop and just get jumped on it, and then that way we can still work on different cars and still make like all the other customers happy.
And that's also one of the things, a lot of people are always like, how do you get a SEMA truck done in like 2 months? Why don't you take forever? And it's like, yeah, 2 months seems like it's a very little bit of time, but then you get like 6 people each spending 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
So now you're getting 6 days worth of work done in 1 day.
Yeah,
it just sucks when you gotta, pay the invoice.
It's a that's our favorite part.
That's your favorite part.
So yeah, it's a process, but when you got the right team with like to make it happen, it's not too bad. It's just it could become stressful if not everyone's doing their part.
And you also got to be the right customer. You can't be on their ass.
Yeah, which
you got to trust whoever you're having do the work.
It's a big thing of trust, and you got to trust the team behind it, and the customer has to do their part too, because if they're not getting parts in or making sure that the other guy is doing their job or whatever, like everything has to align to make these SEMA builds happen, especially on a tight time frame, how Solomon likes to do them. But
well, for example, this one I wasn't trying to be tight. I dropped this off in January.
This one has been here a while.
And we finally got these brackets that he had to custom make done, and you could see the difference is very minimal, but that is
just enough to get
having
the proper
brakes or not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, these like
I'm so excited to finally get this back.
Yeah, this is gonna look badass in the truck. So this was like a full axle build, and it was supposed to be quick. Like I thought this was gonna be like, yeah, bro, 2 weeks.
But that was on me. If I wouldn't have, I think this was the biggest problem.
The brakes were.
If we wouldn't have swapped out the spindles, we would have had no problem.
If we did it again, I would probably tell you like, bring me it all, not disassembled, so I could disassemble it and like, I would have caught these things like ahead of time. But like none of us knew that, so it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
And I wasn't really rushing it.
Yeah. But these axles came out sick. I mean, we still need to clean them up because they have a lot of months of grinding dust on them.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's an axle. It'll get cleaned up and it'll look fresh again. But yeah, the rotors look badass. The calipers look great. The powder coating came out sick. All the gears. He's got RCVs in this thing. Like, it's a badass set of axles. It's just taken a year.
Yeah.
Not a year, but close to it. But yeah, between this and Gold Dust in the shop, like it's gonna be pretty sick.
I'm very excited.
Actually, we need to talk about Snickers if we're doing something on that too.
I don't think we're doing much.
But you're assembling it, right?
I mean, I'm.
So you got your own stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna get like a double whammy SEMA.
There's a lot of videos coming.
Yeah, so that'll be really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, these are pretty much done.
Right now, I'm just trying to prepare my pockets. If you guys don't know, I got so many trucks for sale. I got my Bronco for sale, I got my B100 for sale, I got my Unibody for sale, I got the Sandboxes for sale. If there's a truck outside of Clyde, Gold Dust, and Snickers, and the Midas, I'll probably sell it right now. Hit me up. Also, check out Solo's MFG. I just dropped the price on the hubcaps to $450, and I got doubled in bezels in stock, so I really could use the money, so I could spend it here.
And then we can get
quick plug.
And then I'm gonna take the money and spend it on that.
Yeah, then we're gonna show off the race trucks, which we haven't shown them your race trucks, and I don't know if they care about Jeeps, but these are.
But they have a lot of Ford parts.
They're 8-lug V8 Jeeps.
Yeah, they have a lot of Ford parts, and
you took the best and put it in.
I took a lot of everything and kind of like we kind of make Frankenstein cars if you think about it. But like the YJ, that's a Chevy LS motor with a 14 bolt out of a Chevy rear, 60 front. Ford tranny.
This is your race truck.
Yeah, so this one we're doing our first race in about 3 weeks. So it's a 4-day race. Each day is 12 hours, and it's about 300 miles through anything through sand, rock, street, mud, everything.
Wow.
And it's marketing as the hardest off-road rally in the U.S. right now.
Where is it?
So it's in Tennessee. So it'll be from Chattanooga, and I think we start at Adventure Off-Road Park, which is in South Pittsburgh. And it's 300 miles around that area. So it's kind of like a giant lap. And this is our car that we're racing out of. And we're actually gonna be camping out of this. We're essentially using a race car as an overlander, which is a terrible idea. But
So do you have to build like a rooftop tent, or what are you gonna do?
no, so we're just packaging really, really well. So like some of these boxes has like some of our camping stuff, which that's bare minimum. Like we're sleeping in hammocks. We're gonna strap my Yeti cooler on the roof, and then we have some spare tools and parts. We have some storage down here. But we're gonna be bombing trails for like 12 hours a day, and then at night we're gonna sleep basically tied in a hammock to a tree, and it's gonna be pretty sick. But I'm excited for it. Me and Nathan are doing that. He's gonna be my co-pilot. And
Are you gonna YouTube it?
I don't know if we're gonna be able to YouTube it, but I want to take GoPro videos and try my best to film. But like we're gonna be running for 12 hours a day, so
Yeah.
it's difficult to like kind of film that. But supposedly there is a media team that will be chasing us if they could
Okay.
keep up. And then
You should install. They sell race cameras, so that way
Yeah.
it comes like a little DVR, and that way you just.
I was
record it
thinking
all.
of getting a Starlink and putting it on top
Oh, that
to
would be
do
dope.
like a live stream. So, but I think this year is going to be more of like just figuring out how this race works. And
Yep.
then next year we could do a lot more media on it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, this thing's still dirty from the last race, the last event.
And you're running. Those are non-street.
Yeah, these are stickies, but these are the same tires that they run in KOH for King of the Hammers and all the Ultra 4 races. And then a lot of guys use them for the trails, like just like for recreational use, because they have so much traction. So it's actually a similar compound to what the drag slicks use for for drag racing, those stickies. It's the same thing, just on a giant knob here. So once you heat these things up, they turn into almost like bubble gum, and you just start climbing up rocks. It's insane. So it's actually really cool to see them work in person, but they last not as long as a regular DOT tire like the blue one, but dude, the traction is like next to none. Like you can't beat this tire right now. It's an amazing tire, and if you guys see the videos of how we abuse this car and the sidewall, like I surprise myself when I get off of it, and I'm like, how did that not blow up? But it keeps up, man. It keeps up. That's what we
Mickeys.
run on everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we have the
this
blue
rig is
one,
too cool.
which this is actually my wife's Jeep that I built her, but I use it as like the Cherokee in the rental. But that's Ford axles, Sterling rear. This is actually the same set of axles that we're putting on Gold Dust. And then we did a custom suspension, tube chassis in the rear. So this is actually very similar to what Gold Dust is getting under it. And then kind of the same thing with like the suspension design, except we'll be doing leaf springs on the rear of the truck. But yeah, this is the little rental and the beater. A lot of people would call us crazy for that. And then this is our new project that we're working on. So this is supposed to be basically it's like the 4400 version of what the YJ is, and it's going to be a show car for the first like year of its life, and then we're going to be racing it very hardcore. But we got racing axles, we're going to have ADS shocks, 2 shocks in each corner, crazy motor. We're doing everything custom. So we bought this as a whole running Jeep. It was actually a 4-door, so it's not like, it looks like a 2-door now, but we cut the car directly in half, got rid of the back, got rid of the front, took the frame out, cut the floor out, and we still have more to cut. And this is like the base of where we're starting for this project. So this is gonna be an insane build. This will probably be more of a vehicle, probably around like December or January. So depending if like Solomon has to build something else later on, you guys will probably be able to like keep up with it if you want. But
yeah.
this will be like a whole complete like fabrication.
I mean, just look at that axle.
Yeah, that thing is sick, dude.
Awesome. Well, I guess I'm on to whatever's next. All right, guys, so now we just made it over here to Reds. My wheels and tires are all mounted. So let's get these loaded up.
Bro, Solomon, you got a tow truck?
I don't have a tow truck, but you guys, PJ's here. He's dropping off
Hello,
some
guys.
poppy stuff so that way he can get powder coated. But my Mickeys are done, so I'm gonna grab these. And then I'm gonna show you my method of how I like to get wheels and tires into the back of the
Bro,
truck.
these are big
By
dogs, bro. What size are these?
40, 1350, 17s with a 17x9 Mickey Thompson Baja Legend MTZ.
Bro, you have a truck big enough for this?
I mean, we're gonna.
Alright, let's see what you got. Oh, dude, isn't that like a fast food restaurant?
Don't mind the Chevy. PJ's saving up for Super Duty, right?
yes.
Made it back over here. It's funny because it always seems like it's a back and forth.
Where the hell are we now?
Well, you saw we had to just drive around all the fun back roads of Hialeah.
Terrible,
Back
terrible.
here, Trail Hunters Miami. See, you know Manny. This is Danny.
Danny? All
Danny.
right, let's see you offload these things.
Oh, it's a lot easier. Look.
Ooh. Is your truck here?
No, not yet. It's in Sebring getting rewired. I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow. But,
All right, man. At least you got the tires ready.
Exactly. Frank's leaving tomorrow. They're not gonna be open, so I was like,
Let me force him.
yeah, exactly.
All right,
I
man.
dropped these off a while ago, but I forgot to pick them up. I was actually waiting for Goldust to get back. Oh! You always got to take a sip of water. It's hot as heck out here. I got me some. And
Pour one for the Mickeys.
pour one for the Mickeys. We just got these things back, but now I got to get the truck. So I'm gonna go figure that out.
Moving day. So
Yeah.
How Solomon's moving in on his stuff. But, yeah, so we got the Mickeys here. Fresh wheels, fresh tires.
And
Tried
now,
and true.
next clip is I'm gonna be picking up Goldust. All right, guys. So it's a couple of days later, and we got my buddy Ephraim's truck, which you guys actually saw in the last video. And it's funny because in the last video, when Ephraim took it to my shop, I was looking at it, and he's like, "Dude, what else does this thing need?" So I told him that it needs air conditioning, and that I was a dealer for Vintage Air, so I could get him a good deal, and that my buddy Sean does a great job installing it. So now I'm gonna drive this up to Sean because he's about 2 hours away. So let me pop the hood, show you guys what we're working with. This is a 460 big block with a C6 automatic. This thing is absolutely awesome, and it is currently, I guess, on sale. I don't know if it's on sale. It's for sale. Someone could buy it, doesn't have to. Ephraim likes it, but he's like, you could put it out there if anybody wants it. So just went through a full restoration. Let me lock the front door. And now we're off. So see, everything is nice, freshened up. Just made it over here to Sean's. What up?
What up, buddy?
So now we get to look at
All connectors.
Look at that. There's no big bundles anymore. Ooh, that's nice. This is awesome. So what do you want to show off on here? Or you're just too tired to think? So we still have plenty to put back. So he's doing some grounds. Now we're going to put everything back together. So I'm going to let him finish up, and then I will pick this back up. Here we got my dad's truck, for those that remember it.
Here to code digital display.
Ooh, that's fancy. It all just plugs right in.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Go something like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Just magnets in place. Then you can see the connectors. Go to those connectors. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is awesome. So much work.
3 hours later.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Good night.
Have a good night. Take care.
Alright guys, now I got 2 hours home. No stereo, no AC. I'll explain everything later. Alright guys, so it's midnight and just fueled up. Left Sean's shop. Pretty tired. Got a little bit over 2 hours to go. And yeah, let's make it happen.
The next morning.
Alright guys, so we just made it over here to Danny's shop. Yo! So, we gotta move some stuff around. What up?
What up?
Ready for a real truck?
Real truck. We're gonna do the same thing we always do. How's everything?
Good. See, these guys didn't realize it's been a whole week since the last clip they saw.
Yep.
But she's finally here. Wiring is mostly done. Good enough.
It's about to go down.
Yeah.
Did you see the front 60 since the last time you came here?
I don't think so. I love how everything here is on Mickey's.
We got that like roughed up to where it needed to be, and it's all polished up, ready for welding. And then everything got wire wheeled, cleaned up, WD-40, everything so it doesn't rust. And this is pretty much ready to drop on the truck after we weld on the parts. So
Dude, heck
we're
yeah.
waiting on this game time already.
Yeah, now we're waiting on actual parts.
The aftermarket stuff.
Yeah.
Which I already got stuff rolling in. The shafts came in, the hubs came in. I gotta get you new ball joints and wheel bearings or hub assemblies. Big old axle shafts. And eventually it'll look like that.
So now we got gold dust pulled inside. And Danny is figuring out the game plan. How's she looking under there?
Nice and wet and oily. That would be like full bucket.
Alright guys, so now we climbed out from underneath it. Got one wheel on just for mock-up, and we're gonna try to figure out how high it's going and what we're going to cut and not cut. Obviously, I want to cut as little as possible, but Nanny's like, yeah, we're gonna have to cut. So we got some tape, we're gonna tape this up, we're gonna start drawing, and just figured I'd let you guys see the process. You have to hold that, guys. We got the height dialed in, and this thing is huge. So that's about what it looks like it needs to be for the 40s to actually clear with turning and, you know, in case we go off-road. So this is wild. What do you think?
Actually, this is more like an off-road setup. So like we're keeping in mind that you might go off-road or something like that in the future, but I think this is like what fits the truck best for the 40s, and it looks really proportional too. So I think it's gonna be a good fit. You'll see the coilovers showing through. You'll see the suspension that'll look really clean. We're gonna have more than enough turning radius for any size tire, up to probably a 44 or 42. I think it just looks very fitting for the truck.
What's the next steps? We're getting ready to finish this video.
Yeah, so now we already figured out what we are working with, like more, like we have our scope of work more dialed in. Now what we're gonna do is just basically tear down and prep. So all the axles are gonna come off, these springs will stay on, the front suspension's coming off. We gotta do a lot of cutting and grinding, get all the original frame ready for all the new brackets and the traction bars. Painting, doing any repairs while we're down there that would make sense to do at the same time. And then once we get that, get the axles rolled under the truck. And then we're gonna start mocking up our suspension, get all that dialed in where it needs to be, and then start welding on brackets, and everything from there starts snowballing pretty quick. And then you guys are gonna see like the first 90% of the work move really quick. Then the last 10% when we start doing brake lines, drive shafts, all the little tedious stuff, that's gonna take a little bit more time. That'll probably be a whole separate video. But this is gonna transform really quick just because of the nature of the work, and then also we have a really tight deadline. But I'm not worried about it. I think we can make it happen. and all the parts are coming in quickly. So the stars are aligning right now.
Yeah, it's September 17th for anybody that's curious, and I got to leave for SEMA on, I think it's October 27th. So it's gonna be fun, but I'm gonna end this video. We've had a lot of fun stuff happen. If you want to see what we're doing, subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and we will see you in the next one.